What is the value of the expression 6 squared plus 50 divided by 2 multiplied by 5? Which option do you think is the correct answer to this question? This expression confused a lot of people and made them choose the wrong option. Let's dive in and break it down step by step together. To solve this question, many people start by calculating 6 squared first, and instead of the original expression, they rewrite it as 36 plus 50 divided by 2 multiplied by 5. And the next step, they usually perform the addition between 36 and 50 and simplify this expression to 86 divided by 2 multiplied by 5. Then, they proceed by doing the division between 86 and 2, which gives them 43 multiplied by 5. And finally, they multiply 43 by 5, which ends up with the answer 215. Then, without any hesitation, they quickly say that option D is the correct answer to this question. But I have to say we were tricked and it's not the correct answer to this question. Also, some other people when solving this question first go for the expression 6 squared and they simplify to 36 plus 50 divided by 2 multiplied by 5. And the next step, they usually go for the multiplication between 2 and 5 because they think multiplication has priority over division. So, they rewrite this expression as 36 plus 50 divided by 10. Next, they perform the division between 50 and 10 since they believe division has priority over addition. And they rewrite this expression as 36 plus 5, which ultimately gives them the answer 41. And immediately, they conclude that option B is the correct answer to this question. However, that's definitely wrong. Alright, now let me show you how to solve this expression properly. To solve this question, we must follow the PEMDAS rule. We should perform these operations exactly in order from top to bottom step by step. Okay, as you can see in the image, in this expression, first we have an exponent, then an addition sign, followed by a division, and finally a multiplication. We should start with the exponent, because in this expression, exponent has a higher priority than the other operations. So, this expression simplifies to 36 plus 50 divided by 2 multiplied by 5. And the next step, we need to handle the division and multiplication, since multiplication and division have higher priority than addition. However, it's really important to understand that multiplication and division have the same level of priority. In this situation, the best thing to do is to start from the rest of the expression and move toward the right, performing division and multiplication in order. So, first we perform the division between 50 and 2, and this expression simplified to 36 plus 25 multiplied by 5. Now, it's time to do the multiplication between 25 and 5, which gives us 36 plus 125. And finally, the value of this expression is equal to 161. That's great. Option C is the correct answer to this question. Alright, now let's solve another tricky math question together. What is the value of the expression 40 divided by 5 over 7 multiplied by 14? Which option do you think is the correct answer to this question? Let's take a closer look and solve it together. At the beginning of solving this question, many people go straight to the expression 5 over 7 multiplied by 14, which I have highlighted in yellow because they think multiplication has priority over division. And they say it's easy to simplify 14 with the 7 in the denominator and write this expression as 40 divided by 10, which finally gives them the answer 4. Then, without any hesitation, they quickly say that the correct answer to this question is option A. However, it's not the correct answer to this question. Alright, now let me explain step by step how to solve this expression properly. To solve this question, we need to follow the PEMDAS rule exactly as I've shown on the screen. It means that we have to perform all the operations in order from top to bottom. Okay, as you can see in the image, in this expression, we have one division sign followed by a multiplication sign. It's very important to note that multiplication and division or at the same level of precedence. In this case, the best thing to do is to start from the left side of the expression and move step by step toward the right. So, first we start with the expression 40 divided by 5 over 7. Okay, whenever we come across a division sign between two terms, the best thing to do is to apply the KCF rule. In this rule, K stands for keep the first number as it is, C stands for change the division sign to multiplication, and F stands for flip the second fraction. So, we remove the highlighted part and replace this equation with 40 multiplied by 7 over 5. Now, the number 40 cancels out with the 5 in the denominator, and this equation simplifies to 56 multiplied by 14, which finally gives us the answer 784. Therefore, option D is the correct answer to this question.